So Saturday, I had a conversation with someone, and we were talking about why sometimes we don't find love, and or we don't feel like love is coming in when we, I guess, want it to or desire it to. And so, in the midst of the conversation, in the whole conversation of it all, while we were having this talk, they told me, do you know what it is that you need from a man? So I'm like, yeah, I know what I need from a man. Of course, who doesn't, right? And so this person made me look up a definition of what the word need is, as well as write down my needs. So I have a list of my wants already. I had to cross-reference the two and realize my needs and my wants were completely different. And then that's when I come to the realization that my shit ain't in alignment. I had to realize, like, wait a minute. What I'm manifesting for my life and what I'm desiring for my life are based off my wants and not necessarily what I need. And when I tell you it was a revelation, it was a revelation. Like, I was just like, damn, I've been doing this shit wrong the whole time. I'm sitting here checking off this list. I got a list of 25 things. And it's all 25 things that I can offer to somebody else. So it's not unrealistic. I don't need a multi-millionaire man. Ain't got to make $18 million a year and all that crazy stuff like I see some of these other people with these lists. But they were realistic goals and realistic attributes that I was looking for because I have those attributes myself. And of course, I want my partner to meet me. So I had to start thinking about my needs. My needs are very much different than my wants. And so when I started thinking about also my needs, I had to also start thinking about what needs to be open in me in order to receive those needs. Because my problem is I have a problem with receiving. I can give. I give. I'm a giver. I have a hard time receiving. So in order for me to have my needs met, I have to be in a place of receiving. And the only way that I'm going to get in a place of receiving if I opened up my heart. So this is the message of the day. Opening your heart. A lot of times, love is scary. Opening your heart is scary. Being vulnerable is scary. My cousin told me, if you open up your heart and it get broken, what you gonna do? You just pick it up and do it all over again. It ain't gonna hurt you. It hurts for a minute. Yeah, it does, but nobody wants to be really vulnerable and put themselves out there. But truth be told, when you're vulnerable and you put yourself out there, you're allowing the universe, God to know that you're ready to receive. We have to be vulnerable in order to receive. We have to have that certain vulnerability in order to open ourselves. And a lot of times people are not vulnerable, are open because there's blockages there. And I had to start looking at different type of blockages that we tend to have. Not only myself, but in general. Some people have a blocked heart space because they have not let go of people from their past. They're continuing to hold on from people from their past. And a lot of times that has issues with the individuals that they're dealing with currently in their future. Sometimes people have unforgiveness and hold grudges. That is a big way in order to block your heart and block yourself from love. And not only block yourself from love, but receiving. Because you have to have an open hand in order to receive. You can't have it closed. So in order for it to be open, you can't have any blockages like grudges and unforgiveness in there. You have to be able to forgive in order to receive forgiveness. In order to get love, you have to be in a place that you're able to forgive. You offer compassion. You offer kindness. You offer all those things that are in 1 Corinthians 13. You have to have that type of space available to you in order to receive love. But a lot of times people don't address those issues whether it's trauma, whether it's still holding on to the past, whether it's unforgiveness, still holding on to people that you were in love with last year, 2 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever. You know, your girlfriend that broke your heart when you were 16 years old, and here it is, you 45 years old and still ain't got over it. You know, realistically, people hold on to that stuff. And they wonder why they're not in a place that they can receive. Not only receive love, but receive the blessings of God. And you really have to learn to let people go. You have to learn to let forgiveness occur. You have to learn how to release things that no longer serve you, whether it's resentment, unforgiveness, broken heart, trauma, loving the wrong people, loving Sister Sue from 20 years ago. Being able to deal with what your mommy and your daddy did. You still holding on to, you know, my mama wasn't there, my daddy wasn't there, my mama had some negative mindset, my daddy had some negative mindset, whatever the case may be. A lot of times we hold on to our parent hurt as well. And a lot of times we need to realize that's an important part of repairing ourselves and giving our parents grace. I had to learn that. I had to learn how to give my parents grace. And I've really been doing that this month. Really focusing on that. So, you know, they can't help how they were. They grew up in the environment that they grew up in. Just like you can't help how you are. You know, your kids can't help how you are. It's all about a cycle and being willing to break that cycle and really learn from it. But I say all of this to say, don't block your blessing. Don't block your blessing. And when I mean that, not only in love, but don't block the blessings that God has for you. Don't block your abundance. Don't block your, you know, ability to love, receive love, your ability to create friends, create a space for yourself, allow yourself to be in a healthy, happy space. Don't block yourself holding on to things that no longer serve you. You got to release it. And until you get to the place that you're ready to release, you're going to be in a place of stagnation. Your finances ain't going to be right. You're going to be crazy as hell. You're going to be mad, moody, pissed off at the world. Everybody going to get on your nerves. You're going to find yourself in self-sabotaging behaviors and all those things like that until you get to the place that you're at and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to offer them grace and I'm going to offer myself grace too. And I'm going to forgive and let go. When you're ready to let go, you make more room for love. And I'm not just talking about romantic love. I'm talking about all kind of love. Love for yourself. Self-love is the first love that's essential. Once you love yourself and how much you love yourself, that same amount of love is being poured out into other people. You can't love your family. You can't love your kids. You can't love your loved ones, your significant others, your boyfriend, your girlfriends, your husbands, and your wives in totality until you truly love yourself. So don't block your blessing. Y'all be blessed.